Good morning. Happy Saturday. Almost bumped us ahead today. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to get you thinking and feeling and moving through your day well. So, we have another Earth Warriors card today. I love this deck. It's one of those decks with depth to it. You know, you're getting a message that gives you something to ponder for quite some time, which I really like. So let us start as always with our breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Releasing and relaxing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting your shoulders drop. Good morning, Carolyn. You are my first guest today. Glad you're here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Opening yourself to receiving this message. And again, as with all of the messages that come from this deck, a deeper message, a deeper thought process being called for. The subtitle on this deck is Empowering the Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries. Empowering the Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. There's an inspired visionary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're all here. And Carolyn, your pretty icons kind of match with the drawing on the card cover. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So, today is the day for my 10-minute talk for the Faith-Based Housing Summit, so send me good juju for that. I think I talk around 9:45, and I gave it a test run because I like to see about how long things are running with the meaningful pauses and all that stuff in there. And the first time I practiced it a couple of days ago, it was 10 minutes on the dot. Absolutely perfect. Took some stuff out, rearranged some stuff, blah, blah. Practiced again yesterday, 15 minutes. How that happens, I don't know. Whatever. So I'm probably going to practice one more time, and then I'll go wing it, and we'll see how it turns out. But before that, Earth Warriors, thank you. And they'll have socks on because it's chilly here today. Yesterday was beautiful, mid-October, and we were way into the 70s. I don't remember how high it got, but it was nice and toasty. So, not today. Good morning, Beth. Glad you're here. So here's our card for today, Padma Sundari. And I'll move it closer so you can see she's holding lotus flowers, which is relevant for this process. There's a lot of sacred geometry going on there. You can see the heart space is just gorgeous. But that's our card, Padma Sundari. Out of darkness, the light is born. Out of darkness, the light is born. So let's see what it has to tell us. Good juju, thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Think about that in our life and times right now. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. We're the ones who correct this through our choices, through our behavior. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with this higher purpose in all ways. In a reading, all issues can be healed through the unlimited recourse and creative resourcefulness of the divine. You are destined to be a part of a creative solution for issues you have in your life or that exist in the world and touch your heart. A problem only exists so that divine genius can resolve it. I love that idea. Again, it's kind of seeing the opportunities in obstacles. Those struggles exist in order for the divine genius to work through you to correct them. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome. Struggles are sometimes the best way for us to learn something we need to understand for our life journey. Have you ever had those experiences where something unfolded and you just knew like you knew that it was important in some way for your life process, but it might not have made a whole lot of sense at that point. But down the road somewhere you go, oh, that's why I needed to learn that. It's useful right here, right now. We're in those times, useful right here, right now. Trust that when you ask for help, even apparently impossible situations can be turned around. With willing human engagement and divine grace, there is more than enough light, healing, creative innovation, wisdom, and energy available to keep Mother Earth and all her creatures, including humanity, thriving. So I want to read just the first part of that and just kind of pause and let it settle into all of our beings, okay? With willing human engagement and divine grace, there is more than enough light. Breathe that in. Let go any fears, doubts, etc. There's more than enough light. Never give up your hope and trust in what is possible, nor your willingness to act upon that hope and trust. So it's one thing to have the hope and trust. It's another thing to do the work, right? So here's the spiritual guidance. The Divine Mother, in the form of Padma Sundari, is the bright face of the feminine. She is Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, beauty, love, and spiritual enlightenment. Hang on, there's two parts to it. Let's see. Let me find it. With willing human engagement and divine grace. With willing human engagement and divine grace, there is more than enough light. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Let's see here. So Lakshmi, some of you have heard of Lakshmi, and some of you have a routine with Lakshmi because she's the creator of abundance. And when we, like feng shui, oftentimes has you put a picture of Lakshmi in I believe it's the northwest corner of your furthest room to the northwest. I believe that's it. But again, intention is everything. Intention is everything. If you do it wrong with the right intention, you're golden. Don't worry about it. Okay? So Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, beauty, love, and spiritual enlightenment. Padma Sundari is the lotus of divine love, the arising of abundance and enlightenment, especially out of difficult, muddy beginnings. An ancient symbol for spiritual enlightenment, the lotus rests pure upon the muddy waters from which it is grown. So let me show you the picture again. And there she has a lotus on each side. More than one lotus. Is that Lodi? Anyway, there's the lotus. So it comes out of muddy beginnings. That's where that beauty arises. Let's see. Lakshmi's divine lotus flowers remind us that the spiritual light needs material form through which it can manifest itself in the world. Now listen to this next analogy. Good morning, Abigail. Oops, got to pick up our card. Throwing things around here. Listen to this next part because I thought this was an amazing way to capture this concept, okay? As if it were a divine electricity needing the lamp of the soul through which to give the gift of illumination. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. I'm going to say that part again because I just think it's such a cool way to capture this concept. The spiritual light needs material form through which it can manifest itself in the world, as if it were divine electricity needing the lamp of the soul through which to give the gift of illumination. Without the lamp, the electricity cannot manifest its power. Without humanity, the divine can't operate the way it operates. We are those lightning rods. And without electricity, the lamp cannot fulfill its true purpose. When we act from heart and soul, we get entirely different results than we just act from logic. When the oracle of Padma Sundari appears, her message is that you are able to do a lot of good in this world. The Divine Mother will assist you with your purpose so that you succeed, but you must take action and trust that sometimes it is through challenges that we become most ready to receive grace. So think about our challenging times that we have right now. This time is ripe for us to receive grace. Allow the light of Spirit to enter your soul so that you never again feel that you are doing anything on your own. Yes, the lamp of your soul. Isn't that beautiful? Regularly remind yourself that you have a divine sponsor, guide, coach, partner, and friend with you always. Pick a word there that you like. You could call it your divine spiritual guidance, whatever you want to call it. Fabulous. That friend has unlimited resources and the most potent will of all. Notice how your confidence to take action increase when you build that belief system within you. The more you believe, I am the lamp of the soul and the electricity's coming through me, the more you're willing to shine, right? How much more secure, courageous, and willing you become. Part of your spiritual path requires that you walk your talk and live in a way that shows optimism and practicality. When something's not working, we don't need to hide from it in shame. We face it because we have spiritual self-esteem and self-confidence, where it's merely saying, okay, something isn't working here. What do I need to do to fix this? The divine and I collaborating. What do we need to do to fix this? When we choose courage, we can confront what isn't working and search for answers. Rather than becoming overwhelmed or afraid of any darkness, remember that the Holy Mother is with you and within you. With your active participation, she will bring you everything that you need to confront and tackle any issue, no matter how intimidating it may seem, one step at a time. I'm going to grab my little quote here again. Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. Until it's done. Just take that next step in faith, a la Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You may not see the whole staircase. Just take the next step in faith. And know that I know that word just in there is kind of hilarious. Sometimes it's we're taking that step with our knees knocking and hyperventilating and all that stuff. Take that step anyway. Along with the power of your divine connection, you have the intelligence and ability to find information, educate yourself, and try out new behaviors to become an active part of the solution for any matter that moves you deeply. Also, I will suggest that the people, places, and things that we need to do the work we're here to do will show up in divine right timing and divine right order. I feel like there are going to be people at this event today, Faith-Based Housing Summit, who are going to find their people. They're going to find other people who think like they think. They're going to find some mentors and guides for their project, whatever they need. People are going to find their people there. I love that part. I love that part. Taking these steps will boost your self-esteem and your energy levels, helping you feel good about yourself and your presence in the world. I was working with Bobby Silverstone yesterday. She and I exchange energy services, and we were working on a problem that she had, an issue that she had, and she said, wow, I can feel my energy rising. Yes, and she's very highly attuned to her physical being, years of practice, but she could feel that energy rising as we did the work. Same for this. Same for this. You can feel your energy level rising. It's not about being perfect, for those of you who get all caught up in that. Yes, find your people. Find your people. They are out there. And when you find them, it is like coming home. I remember the first time I found my people. I was in my 30s, and I went to the National Institute for the Clinical Application of Behavioral Medicine Conference, NICABM, on Hilton Head Island. And I walked into this place and I went, I'm home. And I heard people talking things that made sense in my heart and soul. I was home. I was home. And ever since then, I've been very able to find the pockets of people who are my people. They're out there. So if you haven't found your people yet, don't worry about it. They are there. They are there. It's not about being perfect, but taking that next step for you. Trust in divine timing, realizing that there is a far-reaching good that can happen through you as you continue to be actively engaged with life and your divine inner relationship. Believe in what we can and will accomplish together through our passionate love affair with the divine and our adoring devotion to the Earth Mother and her children. So here's the healing process. And I'm going to slow this process way down. I read through it once, but I'm going to slow it way down. And I really want you to experience really early in the morning, hopefully for most of you, although for some of you it might be late in the day. But I really want you to experience this. So if it works for you to do it with me right now, fabulous. If not, please come back to it and do it, because I think it's going to be a powerful exercise. If possible and practical, this exercise can be done barefoot. If you cannot physically move through the process, then visualize or imagine it instead. Because remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between imagining it and doing it. It's a more attenuated response when you're using your imagination, but you still get some bang for your buck. So don't worry if that's what needs to happen. Stand comfortably, with knees slightly bent and feet about hip width apart. Allow your posture to be straight but relaxed. If you're able and you can keep your balance, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. And direct your awareness into your feet. You can help this process along by wiggling your toes a little, shifting your body weight slightly from heels to toes. Good morning, Sheila. Welcome. Heels to toes. And moving from side to side, just shifting the weight from one foot to another. Rising onto your toes and then back on your heels if your balance is good today. But just really feeling into your feet. Anchoring into your feet, grounding into your feet. Imagine that you can feel your feet from the inside. Imagine, feel, or intend that your feet can sense the rich, nourishing, and vitalizing energy of the earth in the ground beneath you. So your feet have an affinity for that energy that's in Mother Earth. Intend that the magnetic pulling power of your feet is strong enough to create a palpable connection, a gentle suctioning motion between your feet and the energy of Mother Earth. Allow that earth energy to build up beneath your feet. Feel what that feels like. Good morning, Robin. We're doing a meditation with our bare feet. Allow the earth energy to build up beneath your feet and then to begin to flow up through your being, coming up through your legs, feeling that energy strengthening, revitalizing your legs, up through your pelvic bowl, that cradle in which we walk, Mother Earth, up through your torso, breathing it up with every inhale, that vital Mother Earth energy. Feeling it moving up through your chest and out into your arms, your wrists, hands and fingers, until your entire arms are energized and vitalized. Another inhale, drawing that earth energy up into your neck, up into your face and your head, and then allowing it to flow out softly through the crown of your head, almost like a fountain, gently cascading down on either side of you, and then soaking back into Mother Earth. Feeling that cycle of energy moving through your entire being, including the aura around you, filling you, coating you, energizing you. And now we're going to do a little call and response. So I'll say a line and I want you to repeat it back. I call upon divine grace and unconditional love to show me truth and creative solutions, empowered by divine wisdom for all matters in my life, including, and then you name the matters in your life that you want this grace and unconditional love to cover. Anything you would like help with, to resolve, to heal, name them. May all beings know and be blessed, assisted, and empowered by the Divine Mother to fulfill their purpose and potential. So be it. Place your hands in prayer. You have finished your healing process. And you can just go about your day, allowing that energy, that earth energy, to continue to flow through you. I like to imagine that each time I step on Mother Earth, it's like a little burst of energy. Maybe you see it. Maybe you see it in colors. Maybe you see it in flow. Maybe you just feel it, however it comes to you. But that divine energy of Mother Earth flowing through you and around you and then back into Mother Earth. Yep, absolutely. We can post that in the feed. No problem. No problem. And just soaking up that lotus energy. Tears. That's good. That is good. That's awesome. And notice what this card is calling for from us. It's for us to show up. It's for us to be open. Yep. Well, maybe you do it again later in the day. Take your phone with you, play it through your phone while you're standing outside barefoot. Maybe it's standing inside barefoot. It's all connected anyway, right? Right? So we're being called here. We're being called to step into the light, to bring the light, to be the light, right? Out of darkness, the light is born. And keep in mind the physics of that. No amount of darkness can snuff out the light. No amount of darkness. There can be a pinprick of light, and no amount of darkness can shut that pinprick off. Any amount of light, including that little pinprick, can pierce the darkness. So the light has much more power. And we, as those lamps, can light that light, can contain that light, share that light, be that beacon. All right? Fabulous. Feeling the energy, feeling confident. Yes. And imagine now going out into the world and sharing that. It can be you drive past cars or people walking and you just send that energy. Send that energy. If they're open to receiving it subconsciously, they'll take it in. And if not, it will not be wasted. It will go someplace useful. I always like to think, sometimes you see it in movies where someone's walking along and behind them flowers are springing up. Think about that when you send energy. Maybe a tree will grow there now. Send energy. Maybe an animal mother will give birth on that spot. Who knows? Who knows? But enjoy that feeling of out of darkness, the light is born. And we can walk through any amount of darkness because we carry the light with us. So, have an awesome Saturday playing around with the light, sharing it liberally with anyone you can come across. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Well, and you may be able to hear my talk because I asked Morgan if she would come and video it. So I'd like to use it for other purposes, to help other people kind of step into discernment. So that's the main gist of what I'm going to be talking about, is discernment. Good morning, Barb. How important it is for us to discern our why. Who are we as people? Why? Why? Then we can deal with the how. The universe will take care of how. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Go shine the light. Bye-bye.